Yeah, we got off track a little bit, but you ready
Yes.
for it? This is the
Yeah.
big question. You guys comment below with your answer. This is a big one. Do you believe in love at first sight and why? So let's start with you, Deontay. So why did you start Go Time Media and what does it mean to you?
The one of the reasons I started Go Time Media because of my grandpa. So he was kind of ill, and when he passed away, I was like, okay, well, it's go time because he always taught me like it's now or never. So I put that into my title, and I'm like, all right, well, go time. And the reason I didn't put my name into it was because my grandpa was always bigger than himself, so I want
Hmm.
Go Time Media to be bigger than itself.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about me. I want it to be like the next Nike or the next brand that's like supposed to be popping.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I named it Go Time for sure. I would never change the name. You know, my grandpa means a lot to me, so he has a big factor in his name.
Very good. I like that. Your grandpa inspired you. The next question, what's some of the content you'll have on your channel?
So I do sports a lot. I love sports. Like sports is easy. People always think they know more than me. They never do. But like over the last couple of months, like I branched on. I started doing I started doing TV shows to music
Yep.
to entertainment to like even things that go on in the earth, like the world today, like things with Biden into politics, and like I find myself more interested in way more than sports.
Mm.
So like when I started Go Time Media, I'm like, I'm gonna make it specifically sports. And then as time went on, I'm like, no, I wanna get this audience and that audience and this audience. I want them
Yeah.
all to come. So I think it's the future is gonna be bright, but uh, it's a lot of cultures, a lot of genres, a lot of things that I talk on Go Time Media. You're just gonna have to tune in and watch.
Just tune in. If you guys haven't already, go to Go Time Media on YouTube, like and subscribe and tune in. We have a session too, so
Oh yeah,
pretty good session. So let's get into our talk, man. Today we're talking about
I'm ready.
something that a lot of people struggle with.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, a lot of people think they know about it, but then they find out they don't know. We're talking about relationships.
Ask
And
away, man.
yep, I got a couple questions and then I'm gonna ask the big question. And for everyone watching, make sure to go down in the comments and post your answer to the big question of the day. So your first question, you ready?
I'm ready.
So when you look for a partner, all right, what is more important, looks or personality? And then the second follow-up question with that is, how do you balance that? How do you balance the looks and personality? But what's your main thing? If I see a girl walking right now and I start talking to her, what's the main thing? Is it looks or is it, hey, oh my gosh, she has a bombing personality?
I like, all right. If it's me personally, like I think off the rip, it's looks. Like
Yeah.
because I won't even want to know your personality if I don't know your looks. Like
Huh.
so, to me in this order, it goes looks, then personality. But if your personality don't mix, like if it's not a
Yeah.
good, that can make you unattractive too.
Interesting.
So I think for me, it's like what I look at first is looks. You know, I want to see if she got like a nice smile. I want to see if she got a nice body. I need to make sure. Okay, then when we get past, that's like phase one.
Yeah.
Then
That's
we
what
get
brings you
past,
in, like a fish
right,
hook.
right. That's like
Yeah.
phase one, and then okay. After I know she got the looks, it's like okay. Now let me see what energy you bring. You
Yeah.
know, I always wake up with big energy, so I feel like somebody's energy always got to match mine, or we're never going to be like in sync.
Yeah.
You know, what about you? What you be looking for?
I think honestly, personality. I was always someone that was taught like everyone is beautiful. You know, they might not be attractive to me, but they're beautiful in their own way. You know,
Right.
someone else might think they're a queen, you know. So personality, but I think you're right. I can't, the looks is what brings me in like a fish hook.
Yeah.
And then when I start talking to them, there's some stuff that just have to be straight and I got a question about that too. But when you start talking and feel for them and start thinking like them and start seeing how they think,
Right.
there's certain things that like you just can't tolerate and certain things like yes, we're on the same track.
I think when you find a girl that's good looking and got a good personality, like
Yeah.
right now in these times, you gotta keep her.
Yeah.
It ain't too many left.
It ain't. It's
It
hard,
ain't too
man.
many left out
It's
here.
hard, man. It's not too
Man,
many left.
you know, it's not too many left. You better keep her, especially if like she's in college and you
Hmm.
know she got goals and ambition. I always look for that too. Like I always want to know where you're gonna be in 10 years. Like
Yep.
I need to know. So sometimes it goes deeper than looks. Like because but the looks get me. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta attract me. So once you attract me, now I gotta pick your brain. Like where you
Yep.
gonna be at in 10 to 15 years? What you go to school for? What you
Yeah.
want to be?
Yeah.
You know, like where do you want to live? You want to live here? You want to live where nobody else around? What makes you happy? You know, I always like I gotta figure out more. I gotta pick her brain more than she picks mine because I need to know like is she the one? Is she not the one? You know, life is so short, and when you get a good girl, I just want to keep it
Yeah. And when you take your vows, it's till death doeth us apart. So you're gonna be with that person,
forever.
until death takes its phase. But you want someone that thinks about the future, thinks about the biggest thing we talked about is thinking about legacy.
Exactly.
How you're gonna build that foundation for the next, generation to come. What is the next generation gonna take from you and build upon it? What you have started. You know what I'm saying?
And like I always believe, like my grandpa kind of taught me this, like a man is only as strong as his queen.
Yep.
And I kind of like, and it's crazy because like when he told me, I'm like, what? Like I'm strong without my queen.
Yeah.
And you know, like years later, I'm like, okay, you know, like I see it now, like a strong woman, like from Michelle Obama to Beyonce to celebrities to not celebrities,
Yeah.
they really, really motivate a man to do better. If you have the right woman by your side, she's gonna motivate you to do better every single day.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's gonna like motivate you to go back to school. She's gonna motivate you to be a better father, a better human, to do the right thing. And that's when you know you got the right one.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why to me, again, looks play a role in it, but personality does too.
Yeah.
You know,
And I don't want like a yes man, no man, or yes sir,
yeah,
no sir. I want someone who's going to challenge me, who's going to say
exactly.
let's grow together, who's going to challenge me when I'm doing wrong. I
I
don't want
like
someone
that.
who's just going to submit like a dog.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know, it's crazy. Like a lot of people don't challenge me.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
and
yeah.
like if I say something, they be like, okay, that goes.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I'm like, okay, I like when somebody be like, no, I think you
But
wrong.
sometimes it's like, damn, I want to know what you thinking
Right,
too.
right. You
you
know, it's
know?
no for real. I'm like when somebody tell me I'm wrong, I'm like, okay, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. What do you see? You know, and
Yeah.
that's why I like working with you because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, you was telling me do this, do this. I'm like, okay, I see where you're coming from. I see your
Yeah.
point of view. I'm always up for like different sides of views, but a lot of people don't give it. Like they just stick to my opinion and never
Yeah.
go otherwise.
Yeah. The next question, man. So this one might be hard,
I'm listening.
but you can think. So we kind of touched on it, but what are your top three traits that you look for in a person? So what are the top three things, that this person has to have? Is it they have to cook? Is it they have to clean? They have to be a role model? There's a lot of things you can say, but
Man.
what's the three things that jump out at you? Like when you start talking to that girl, you bring them in, it's like, okay, this has to be like a big part of your life. This has to be, or like we just can't be compatible.
All right. I think this is gonna sound crazy, but cooking is definitely one of them, right?
Yeah, that's not crazy.
Because I gotta eat. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I'm a big dude, so I gotta eat. You know, I'm always I love breakfast, so I'm always thinking of longevity. Like you gotta be able to whip something up. You
oh
know,
yeah,
I think other than cooking, like two more would have to be. You have to be like caring. You
hmm,
know, like a big heart. You know, I can't have somebody that's like when I say big heart, I mean like you got to look positive in life.
yeah,
You know, like I can't have somebody that's always negative. Like, okay, maybe if I want to leave school and do podcasting, and then she's down in my career, you know,
yeah,
like I need somebody to uplift me, always see the best things, and so I think a positive attitude is definitely it. Cooking, positive attitude. What's another thing? I would say being creative.
hmm,
You know, because like
that's key.
money's not everything,
Money
right?
is not everything.
Because I'll be honest with you, like we can sit here and go to Paris, or we can easily be creative and go somewhere nobody's never been before.
Yeah,
You know, and it's just me and her. Like I think creative and outthinking because there's so many places to go. Like people go. Okay, for example, like people go to Cancun,
hmm,
right? But I want to go to Cancun if it's something like me and her both like in New York, and you know, me and her can spend the weekend there. You know, it's all about being creative because when you're being creative, it keeps like the juices flowing.
hmm.
You know, like I still want the same energy 20 years from now.
Oh
You know, I
yeah,
still want the good morning Texas, and you know, I still want like, okay, I'm off work early, you off work early. Let's go get lunch. Like,
Yeah.
so I think being creative definitely is one.
So you need someone who's creative in their romance.
She got to
Yep.
cook, be creative, and what was I say the third one?
You said she
Cook, be
gotta cook,
creative,
be creative.
positive attitude.
Yep.
Cooking is the biggest one. Cooking is the biggest one. You can't cook, we got problems.
Yeah.
What about you?
My top three. I think number one, the girl has to value like religion or God, how I see it, because I think God is the center of it all. When it comes to certain things, just the values you learn as a Christian.
That's huge.
Being selfless, putting others before you, and just following the Ten Commandments. You should not steal, you should not murder. Just being an overall good person, that has to be number one. If they don't even believe in God or something, then that's a
That's a
big red
turn
flag.
off.
It's a turn
Yeah.
off for me. It's a red flag. The second one is they have to be hardworking. I don't like people who quit, Deontay. I can't stand quitters
Or lazy people.
or lazy people. You got to push through, learn how to be hardworking, persevere, and always work smart and work hard to get what you want. I don't like quitters. I don't like someone who's just gonna get up one day and because something doesn't go their way, they just quit. I can't do that.
They quit when it gets hard.
When it gets hard, they quit.
They gotta thug it out. And
Yeah.
that's gonna make you a queen.
Oh yeah. And then the last one, I think someone who values themselves and family. That's like two, but who values themselves. They have self-respect, self-love, because that's so. When you don't have those things, it's so detrimental to someone else. It starts to rub off. When you don't love yourself, you can see the way people react to certain things. The way this can happen, this can happen. It's just it sucks.
No,
And it's
you're right.
yep. And
You're
as
right.
someone who values family, because family just teaches you so much. Being around other people, it teaches you how to be sympathetic, teaches you how to be kind. And the two things my dad always taught me is confidence is beauty. So you got to develop yourself, like I said, and learn how to be confident. And kindness is attractive. The most attractive people in this world are the people that are the most kind. So I think those are the two things.
I believe that. I believe that because like if you're always rude, it's
Yep,
nasty.
it's nasty.
You
It's
look nasty.
nasty, man.
Like if you walk around with a bitter attitude, a
Yeah.
stank attitude, that doesn't make you. It makes nobody want to be around you.
No.
And I believe that, and I also believe in self love is
Yeah.
important. Like if you don't love yourself, it's going to be hard. Like if you don't love yourself, it's going to be hard for you to love anybody else.
There you
And
go.
on top of that, like valuing family is way bigger because not only do you like value your brother, your mother, when you have kids,
Yeah.
now,
Legacy.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because whatever we do, like our kids are gonna pick up traits from us, and
Yeah.
so on and so on and so on. Even if we're trying to break a traditional train, like let's just say you wasn't born from the best parents, you could still break that.
Yeah.
But you got to believe that you could break it.
Yeah. You see why Jewish people are so successful. There's a saying, be rich like Jews. And the reason is because if you research it, in the Jewish community, they have mentoring for, the youth, for legacy. We got to do that, especially as a black community.
Yes, for sure.
We have to learn how to mentor kids, bring them up. Instead of kids being on the street, figuring out this on their own, doing drugs, doing this, we have to invest time in them. And part of that is being present and giving time. Time is everything, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Jewish are like so smart.
yeah.
There's like 10 in the house.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like black people, especially, we try to get away from family so
Yeah.
young. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to college. I don't want this person. I don't want this person in my life. Or I'm trying to get away from my little brother. Or,
Yeah.
you gotta like. I try to get away from my mom, and then like we wait until it gets late.
It's too
and then we
late.
come back, and and you look at Jewish people, and they're like 30 deep in a house, one
Yeah.
big house, saving money, helping everybody
Yep.
pay. And then you get us, and we struggle sometimes just to leave home.
Exactly.
We'd rather struggle than stay and be easy, So
Exactly. It's because, and the reason is because we don't use our brain. God gave every species, everybody, the ants, the elephants, the lions, even humans, a brain to think. Now, I'm not saying like a lion's brain can think the same as us.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is he gave us the most sophisticated brain out of all the species on Earth. And it's up to us how we use it.
Right.
We have to invest time, use our brain. Our brain is really powerful. We see skyscrapers out here. We see the iPhone, things like that. If you use your brain and channel it in the right way, you can do so much great things. And I just think we don't do that. Rather, you
The
know,
brain
do
is the
drugs,
strongest
do
part of
that.
our body.
It's the strongest part
I
of our
tell people
body.
that all the time. And the gym, they're like, yo, I'm stronger than you. I'm like, no, you're not. The
No, you're
brain is
not.
always the strongest.
It's because as long as your mind is strong, your body will always follow.
Yep.
Because you could be in the gym and your body's telling you, hey, Deontay, I'm playing basketball, D, and my body's tired. You know, oh, maybe I should quit. But your brain, if your brain says, no, let's one more bucket, you know, one more basket, take it one play at a time,
It'll have that will.
you can have that will. Your
I like
brain
it.
is the, you know, mastermind, and then your body will follow.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Oh, this is a good question. You ready?
I'm loving good questions.
So this one is, what is the biggest thing that keeps two people together? So for me, it's communication. Like if I'm in a relationship, we have to communicate. Like you can't just, you know, some things you can do on your own. It's independent, you know,
Right.
and I like people that are independent, can come together and share something. But communication is the biggest thing, you know, articulating yourself, and then also reminding your partner that you love them, you know. And it's not just a temporary love, oh, when you're on good terms with them, or when this is good, or when that is good. It's what the Greeks call agape love. It's love even when it gets hard, you know, you still love them throughout everything. So what do you think is the biggest thing that keeps people together?
I like your answer. You know, I definitely start off with communication. I like that one because I always feel like in the beginning of a relationship, communication is never there, and I'm gonna say why. It's because like nobody want to step on toes, right? So like everything is like butterfly stage.
Yeah.
Nothing you do can upset her, and nothing she do can upset you. You know, I think communication got to come in where you like months and years in, and you know, like okay, this bothers me. Instead of hiding it, you know, instead of being petty or about it, you know, communicating that is huge. I like that, but I think the two for me that's going to keep us together. One is communication, because if we don't have communication, it's never going to be. It's going to be a lot of like. How am I supposed to know how you feel? You know, if I go like, let's just say I go to work every day and I go to the gym every day and I come home and podcast every day, but that bothers you, but you never tell me.
Yeah. How
You
am I supposed
know,
to know?
how am I supposed to know that? You know,
I'm not a
or
mind reader.
exactly. So I feel like, or like if, you know, you're at work and you had a long day and I come home and you're bothered, I could be taking it like you're bothered at me.
Yeah.
You know, so I think communication off the rip is number one. And what keeps like us together, I would say, I'm looking for a word.
Just say it.
I want to say being like spontaneous, like being full of surprises. You know,
Huh.
because like one thing I hate is a cycle.
Yeah.
Like I would hate to come home, you cook the same thing and we talk about the same
Let's
thing.
go back to what you're saying, being creative.
Yeah, like being creative is going to keep us because like I want to come home and there's like a monkey in my house. Like
Yeah.
what? Like where you get this monkey? I just brought this monkey today.
Yeah.
You know, I want to come home and not know what I'm coming home to. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to come home like I know what she cooked. I already know what she's about to talk about. Like I want to come home to different things, and I want to do the same thing too. Like I want to surprise my woman with trips and
Yeah.
love and gifts and unconditional love too. So I think being like being keep surprising me, keeping me on my toes is like a better
Yeah.
word. You know, if I feel like because like I'm a Leo, so I'll get bored quick. Not when I say like not bored quick, like I feel like if it's a cycle, it's like a rerun. Like
Yeah.
I'm on Netflix watching the same show over and over again. You
Yeah.
know, I gotta switch it up. I don't like to know what happened next. I don't like to know what's about to happen next week. Maybe next week,
You like surprises.
yeah, maybe next week she's like, yo, we should go to Aruba, you know, like, or maybe we should go to a trip to New York, or maybe we should go to Philly, you know, like I don't want to sit in the house, you
Yeah.
know. I like surprises, so I think communication and creativeness, like if you keep being creative, that's gonna keep me.
I always tell people, you know, that people always have this perception. Let me start with saying this, that you're dating, and then once you cuff somebody, I guess you can say, or put a ring on it, that's it. They're yours. But I always tell people, you got to constantly date your partner. The dates never stop. You got to constantly take her out. You got to constantly do this. You got to
Not
constantly
just on
surprise them.
Valentine's Day.
Not just on
You know
Valentine's
what I'm
Day.
saying?
You got to
So like
constantly date your partner, figure them out, and grow together, you know?
And you're right. And a lot of people, like, this is what they do. They try really hard to get a girl.
Yeah.
The second they get her, like, all that trying, all that, the good morning texts, all the energy
Yeah.
is gone.
You got to be consistent.
Yeah, you gotta be
Yeah.
like, you gotta be consistent because, like, you could say, like, for example, personality's huge because looks don't stay the same forever. You know, you want to get that same energy
Yeah.
20 years from now. You know,
Yeah.
so looks don't stay the same forever. And you're right. Like, see, I'm lucky because I got a girl and I'm still like, still to this day, still giving out the same energy
Yeah.
from day one. So I think like that's huge, and we've been through a lot. So I think that that's huge, and that we're able to overcome. And you know, especially like in this generation is so quick to just give up. You know, it's like
So
I
weak-minded,
know, I know.
and it's because a lot of people don't instill that in their children. The perseverance, the working hard, the not stopping until, being a lion, not stopping until you get what you want. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as a little hardship comes, they quit.
I
But
got a question for you.
yeah,
Why do you think like from now, like years ago, like my grandpa been with my grandmom for like 30 years, you
yeah,
know, and then they both passed away.
yeah,
Nowadays, you can't even find that, you
yeah.
know. Why? Like,
So there's many factors, and I actually just wrote an essay on the technological, negativity part of it. But the biggest factor is, I'll be honest with you, is what we talk about legacy, is people don't instill the same values as they used to in their children. What I'm trying to get at is, you find people not being as strict as they used to. You find parents not doing the things they used to. But a big part of that too is technology. Technology can be so positive, but social media and things that come with technology can be so negative. Because, for example, 20 years ago, if you wanted to take a girl to the prom, what did you have to do? You had to go to her house, knock on the door, talk to her, and ask her dad. You see what I'm
right,
saying? Now I can hide behind the screen, go on Tinder or whatever. You may not even know how I look,
right.
and then
Yo,
get
that's
a girl,
for
say
real.
we're dating, and then what? We meet in real life and you're shocked. You see? So technology comes with a lot of negatives. People just hide behind the screen, cyberbullying, all types of things. But the biggest thing is I just think people aren't instilling the same values as they used to in their children. They're, like you said, they're weak minded, so they don't instill and they don't think about legacy. They think
Right,
about how am I going to feel right now? How can I have a
right.
good time now? But they don't think about how my good time now going to have a cause and effect. It's going to have an
Exactly.
effect. Everything has a consequence.
I also think like one of the biggest things is the household.
Hmm.
Like a lot of people, nothing against it, are having kids young, and sometimes that couple don't stay together,
Hmm.
so they don't grow up. That kid might not grow up with a moral like a dad and a mom, you know. So then again, like let's just say you grow up without a father, you might not know how to treat a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If a girl grows up without a father, she's always going to be craving attention, like a
Yeah.
father figure type. So I think a lot of that plays a role into it, and I feel like social media plays a role
Yeah.
into it. Like everybody's trying to be a couple that we have no idea on what's going on with. Like prime example, everybody wanted to be Kim and Kanye,
Yeah.
and now look at them.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to be Beyonce and Jay Z.
It's
Jay Z
that
cheating on
it's that
Beyonce.
fake perception that social
Exactly.
media creates, that like perfect utopia. You
Yeah,
know?
it's like everybody wants to be, and when you don't get this, then they okay, it doesn't work, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and then it's like back to square one. And I would say like values, like a lot of guys are chasing anything, and girls are doing anything, you know, like 20 years ago we wasn't thinking about OnlyFans,
Yeah.
you know, like you get slapped if you even like go on OnlyFans. 20 years ago, like we was barely allowed to have Facebook.
Nope.
You know, so like I think social media changed it, and I think people chase ghosts.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody's trying to be like this person, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, and realistically, like we don't know what goes on between closed doors.
We don't.
You know, so I think I don't know, will it ever go back to the same?
Yeah.
You think it will ever go back?
Well, honestly, no. Because technology is one of those things that's just going to keep getting better and better. Because 20 years ago, there was no such thing as the iPhone we know it as today. So I
That's
just
true.
think it's just going to, technology just goes up from here. They're coming out with, even if you look at the military, there's devices where I can sit down right here, and fly a drone in Afghanistan and kill a whole village. 20 years ago, that wasn't even a
20. That
thought.
wasn't even like
That was a crazy thought. Somebody would think like,
you're crazy
you're
saying
crazy.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Like you
know,
want to take this drone and do what?
yeah. So I think technology just goes up
Yeah.
from here. It just keeps getting better and better. And unfortunately, until we get firm with it, put restrictions on it.
They got people doing fake dates on FaceTime.
Yep. People making fake accounts, hacking people, all types of things.
Yeah, everybody's getting hacked.
Everyone's getting hacked. So I think it's just going to get worse because unfortunately technology is just going to get better until society decides to stand up and put restrictions and say, hey, this is not right. You know?
I got another question. You ready? This
Yep.
one's a little harder. What if you was with a woman and then, 20 years later, she doesn't look the same. She gained a little weight. Where do you go? Like, do you still stay with her? Do you try to communicate with her? Or is looks something that's not a big factor?
So for me, looks isn't like the biggest thing at all. There's beautiful women out there. And I say this because there's beautiful people with beautiful personalities. They have wonderful values. Like I said before, confidence is beauty. A girl that has confidence in herself, that's not unfortunately broken inside, so she's longing for the wrong things. Confidence is everything, and kindness is attractive. So, 20 years from now, first of all, looks shouldn't even be a big factor. If you're, with a girl and you put a ring on it, I think what you guys share together, so the experiences you share together, what you guys gain out of each other, so how you guys challenge each other should be the biggest thing. Because obviously you're 20 years older, you're not as young as you used to be.
Might have some kids.
You're gonna have some kids, and that messes up a girl's body too. So I don't think at all looks should be a big factor at all. You already have the girl, but if looks is a big factor, then that's a problem. You gotta reassess why you really like the girl.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree 100%. I'm actually tired of looks being a factor.
Yeah.
I've been hitting the gym too long. I'm ready to retire, give it up.
Yeah.
But like it's what it is? Is like I'm not even worried about other people. It's like a mind thing.
Yeah.
I was like chubbier growing up, so now I'm in the gym constantly
Yeah.
fighting a ghost. And like realistically, I could just stop. Okay, I worked this hard, my body looks this good, but I can never just stop. But like if I could, like if it wasn't for me, like in my own head, man, I would have got a bag of Doritos downstairs. I would have been did all that, like.
But working out should be for you though, don't you think? Because you work out because your health is wealth. Your health is everything. So you want to work out, constantly working your body so you can move around, you can do things. You look good, and comes with looking good physically is confidence,
To be honest, I'm working out for one reason and one reason only. I got to bust my son's ass when he turned 18 in basketball, so I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm trying to be 50, still get into a bucket.
Yeah.
So, like, it's funny, though, because, like, last year, when we went through COVID,
Yeah.
I want to say I got my strongest,
Okay.
and honestly, it's because it was nowhere to hoop.
Yeah.
I do like at least 4 or 5 hours of hooping a day.
Yeah.
So over time, it's so much cardio I can't build. And I want to say, I guess like COVID started in March. I would say from about March to December, I got like maybe 160 to about 190, 200. And
You're small.
I know.
I weighed myself yesterday. I'm 204.
And you know what's crazy is the
What?
second I started playing basketball, I went back down to like 180.
Yeah, basketball's cardio,
And I said to myself, like, why am I this big? Like, then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, I've been big, I've been this skinny. The thing that I do now is I'm training for longevity. Like,
Yeah.
the one thing I love and I have passion for is basketball. So I think I'm always like, everything I do now is to be 40 years old, 50 years old. It's like, all right, my son want to try me. Let's try me, I'm training for this moment. This is like my Creed moment. He don't know it yet because he's not even here. And like, I also, it's like a mind thing. Like I'm always tricking my mind, like you can't I'll give you an example. Like you can't win this game by yourself. That team is almost better. I'm like amping myself up.
Yeah.
And I just want to see if I still got it. I want to be like LeBron, 37.
Yeah.
What is he, 37?
Yeah.
The man's so.
Or look at Ellen. She's almost 70.
What?
And she still looks good. She's still moving.
That's what I'm like. And there's so many. You know what's crazy? There's so many people that look beautiful,
Yeah.
and why I don't understand why women get surgery. There's a lot of girls
I hate that. It's
that
good you
just
brought that
look
up. I hate
chilling.
that.
You won't be honest with you. I think Kim Kardashian was chilling. She wouldn't go got
Yeah.
surgery. I think she was chilling before the surgery.
And that's the problem. I think when we talk about social media, now people, when they see on social media, they see all these filters. It's like, oh my gosh, now I have to look like Kim K. I
I
have to
gotta
do
do
this,
it.
else I'm going to be ugly. No, you're
Right.
beautiful how you are, in your own way.
Yeah, like for me personally, like if I was a girl, I don't know why they would go get like surgery, get their boobs bigger. Who wants to carry that? Like
Exactly.
God put you on this earth beautiful.
That's what
Your
I'm saying.
body's beautiful as it is. You
That's
know,
why I
like
said, when you understand you were made in God's image and God is perfect and doesn't make mistakes, you're not going to do all those things.
yeah, like you ruining art. Like,
Yeah.
anytime you ruin your body is art. Like if I tattoo, like I'm against tattoos.
Me too. I don't got
I don't
tattoos
have no
either.
tats. You know, like
Yep.
I ain't against nobody who got it. Like my brother got a whole sleeve, but like you ruining God's art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, especially when people get tats on their face, I'm like, what you doing? You
Yeah.
know, but like you're ruining art into a sense. And when you go get surgery or like you go get your butt bigger or you go do this and it's like even guys like I feel like the world we live in is kind of lazy. Like guys are getting surgery to lose
Yeah.
weight. You know, like back in the days, like get a sauna suit, go hit the track, let's go
Yep.
thug it out. Like now they're getting surgery. Like
And
it's
it's social
times.
media and technology. It's because that's what people are posting up. This is how you look good. I have to have a six pack. I have to be this perfect skin color. No, you don't have to be tan and light
You
skin
know,
with curly hair to look good.
exactly. Everybody want to be like. At one point, everybody wanted to be light skinned.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be light skinned. You know. And the funny thing is like, I had the six pack, and it's not all that. Like I was starving myself, basically, to get it at this point. Like I think like I went 3 days without eating. I think I did like a photo shoot on a Thursday, and like me and my best friend like we're gonna do a photo shoot this day. It was like cool. We went to the beach or whatever. I didn't eat from like Monday till Thursday. I probably drank like just water, like gallons of water,
Yeah.
and like I was still training, doing 8 miles, like 100 sit-ups at night. Like I was really amped up, and then after that day we went to walk around the beach. I got like 18 fried Oreos. The six packs was going like that. So, you know, like the one thing, like I feel like as long as you're healthy,
Yeah.
as long as you like your body, that's all that matters because like what you training like six pack is so hard to get. It's like you have to be so slim, so much slim body fat. Who wants to live like that? Like I don't even like eating salads. Like you know, like when I like for example, like if I go to the beach this summer, I'm talking crap now, but like when I go to the beach this summer, I'll probably change my mindset. Like right now, I'm always eating like junk food. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm probably gonna get some junk food. I'm
You
looking at
gotta
Chick-fil-A
stop.
when I leave
You
here.
gotta
But
eat
you know,
healthy, Deontay.
like the last week I've been eating a salad. I'm thinking to myself like this. I feel like this is what dinosaurs eat. You know, like I'm not healthy eating this, but like again, I'm kind of like in my head I want this image, so I gotta eat this. But nah, that's not the wave. I feel like if you're happy, you're happy because you know what I be doing. You know what I be doing? I be tricking myself because let's just say I know I gotta make this weight by this day. I'm telling myself that. I always be like, all right, well, this slice of pizza is here. I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. So I gotta eat this slice of pizza today because I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I be doing that to myself too. Like, all right, you know, anything can happen in the next 4 hours. So I gotta eat this like Chick-fil-A right now, you know. Especially on a Saturday, like I'm like, oh man,
That's
Chick-fil-A not open on Sunday. I gotta get it today.
that's the wrong mindset.
I know.
You want to live long, so whatever you eat, garbage in, garbage out. So if you put garbage in your body, that's how
And
it's gonna reflect.
we put a lot of like Archon put
Yeah.
a
Oh, it's so
lot
bad.
of so bad.
McDonald's, KFC, Popeyes. It's like, but also there's more to that though. That's how they. If you look right now, we're in North Philly, and look 3 miles each way. There's only one grocery store, and that's how the system is set up. Is there's
Yeah,
liquor, but look, there's a corner store everywhere. There's at least 8 liquor stores all around here, but only one grocery store. Now go to a white neighborhood. You'll see grocery stores everywhere. Go to Ben Sam. You see Aldi,
I seen
Walmart,
about
Giant. You see everything.
I seen a couple Whole Foods on my way
Yep.
here.
Yep.
You know, and it is crazy that it's set up like that. But then again, like it comes down to decision making.
That too.
You know,
We
because
can't
you
blame
could,
it all on the system,
yeah, because the system is going to set us up to fail.
Yeah.
But you're going to break the system, or you're going to keep going with it. See,
There it
like
is. Yep.
you know, because I'm in Ben Salem now, and don't get me wrong. If I go down, like literally, when I go to LA Fitness,
Yeah,
there's literally a restaurant and Crumbles next to me.
yeah,
I have to make that decision to go to my car
yeah,
and don't look at the Crumbles.
yeah.
You know, like that decision, it can happen, but a lot of people don't. Like this would truth be told, this is what a lot of people do. They go to work and they come home and they get something simple.
Yeah,
You know, and they could really just make grilled chicken, and they could do this. They go take the easy route. They go get a
there
burger.
you is.
You know, and then over time, what happens is like you don't work out. You know, a lot of people when they graduate high school, they don't keep the mobility going, and next thing you know, you could be 30 with health problems, 40
Yeah,
with health problems, 50. Like there's so many people of our kind that's 50 with diabetes. You know,
diabetes, high blood pressure, heart
heart
problems. They're getting
problems,
open heart surgery. They're getting this, that, high salt, all types of things. Sodium levels too
liver
high,
problems.
liver problem,
You know,
kidney
like
failure, and it's because like you said, you take the hard route. I mean, you take the easy route. You decide to take the easy route, and
it's coming back to
it's
haunt
coming
you.
back. Consequence. Every action has a consequence, whether it's good or bad. So if you decide to take the easy route, not put in that little work, it's gonna reflect down the road.
Yeah, and I be thinking of it like that too, because even when I cheat,
Yeah,
you know, like I'll go a month eating straight good, and then like I might on a weekend cheat, you know, or like what I normally do, like if I'm really not training, like Monday through Friday I'll eat chilling, and then Saturday or Sunday I'll eat like whatever, but like to eat that every single day, it can't be good, you know, like even when I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't eat McDonald's and Burger King no more.
no,
Nah, I can't. Like it don't sit right in my stomach
you
now.
don't.
You know, I'm more like of a Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. Like when I cheat, I barely cheat. I don't like snacks. That's like another thing that helped me. I'm not a snacks guy. You know, and when I do eat snacks, it gotta be like the right snack. Like it gotta be made correctly.
Yeah,
So
I eat
that
fruits.
you need fruits.
That's my
I need to
snack. I
I
eat
need to be
fruits.
more like you. You know what it is? You know what it is that fruits don't be calling my name. Like I never woke up one morning and was like, I'm gonna go get a fruit, you know. I don't do that, you know. I wake up like I be like, should I eat that cookie? No, I don't wanna look at the cookie. Then I look at the cookie. You know. I think but you know what's crazy, when I get older I'm gonna make the better decision.
You
I
gotta make
always
it
say
now.
that. I always say that. Because right now I'm young.
Yeah,
You know, I gotta taste every flavor out here. I don't know. I can't be 30 and be like, dang, I should have. Because the older we get, the harder our weight's gonna come off.
yeah,
You know, and I'm realizing that now. Like I don't make 170 like I used to.
yeah.
You know, so
All right.
you ready
You
for this
ready?
last question?
Yeah. We got off track a little bit, but you ready
Yes.
for it? This is
Yeah.
the big question. You guys comment below with your answer. This is a big one. Do you believe in love at first sight and why?
Man, damn, that's a good question. Let me put that on my podcast. I'm gonna say no,
Hmm.
right? Because I'm never gonna look at somebody and be like, I love you.
Yeah.
You know, like for me to say, like I'm not the type of person that go around telling people I love you. So for me to say I love you, like you gotta earn some coins with me. You know, you gotta earn some points. Like I need to know where your heart's at. And I'm not saying you gotta love me back. I need to know where your heart is as a person. You know, I need to know where your brain is as a person. You know, love is so strong. To say first love at sight, I can't say that's not for. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm saying I can't see it happening. Now, can I say I met somebody and I seen her and I knew that like I wanted her, and then we meant to grow on, and then I loved you, then yeah, I could say that. But to say like, oh snap, look at that girl in the cafeteria, I love her. Like I can't, you know, like I
Yeah.
can't say that's me. What about you?
Honestly, that's an interesting one, cause then you gotta think of like what type of love. Like as a
Exactly.
human, like I can see someone say, yeah, I love you, but on like a relationship level, no. I have love for everyone, but on a relationship level, I don't believe in love at first sight because I think you can't love something you don't know. You know, I
Exactly.
can't love something if I don't know it. I don't know this person's tendencies. I don't know what they like. I don't even know if we're the same. Now maybe yeah, I think or like how they look, but
Yeah.
love is like something that it's almost like trust. It's earned. It comes with time. It comes over time. as you grow and build something. Love is something you build upon. So I don't believe in love at first sight. I think that's fake. I know you see it
Yeah.
in the fairy
I
tales.
see it in movies all the time, right?
Yeah,
Like,
with Cinderella and all,
I'm
glass shoe,
like,
but it's like, no, I don't believe in.
I
That's
don't
just a
know how
fairy
that
tale.
works. Do you think it's weird if a woman tell a guy that they love you first?
If a woman tells me she loves me first,
Mm-hmm.
it depends like what time, but it's almost the same principle. I think that's fake. There's no way you can love me. You may love the idea of me at first sight, the idea of someone to be there because you got to fill this void. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't think no. If a girl just meets me, excuse me, or if she just met me, and 3 days down the line she texts me and says, "Hey, I love you," after 3 days,
But she tells you it's this gut feeling. Like, she really believes it. Some people, what's crazy is some people actually work
that's
out
the
that way.
thing too.
Some people actually work out that way. Like, they meet a person and then, like when I ask people back in the day, they get married within a year.
Yeah,
So, like, I can't say it can't happen.
yeah. It's not impossible, but it's less likely to happen. I think because you can't question God. I don't think you can question God. So if God puts two people together and they know immediately, like, okay, this is my person, we're just gonna get along so well. This is like my person. I can't find anyone like this. Then maybe, but me personally, I don't think I ever experienced love at first sight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful to experience love, but definitely not at first sight.
Yeah.
Nah, it's definitely
No.
not at
I
first
think it
sight.
takes time. You have to figure out the person. You have to have conversations. You got to talk. You got to build stuff, build certain habits. So love is a habit too. And this is statistically proven, it takes 90 days to build a good habit. And once you miss that habit one day, the cycle starts over. So it takes 90 days to build a hard rock habit. So I don't think love is like a habit. It's something you have to
I like thinking
continuously
of it
do.
like
And
that.
yeah.
I
So
do.
even making your bed, you got to make your bed for 90 days straight. And once you forget to make your bed once, you mess up the whole cycle.
That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it. She got past a couple quizzes for me to say I love you. I can't just be popping there like, I don't understand like how people get married so fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a whole bunch of things. I think I can't argue with that, but I also think like, dude, you guys were in a relationship for only 6 months. How did you just get married?
And then they wonder why the divorce rate
And then
so
they
high.
wonder why. Yep. Then they wonder why. Oh, a year later, I hate you. I'm gonna cut your neck off. And then you guys get divorced. You see what I'm saying?
That was definitely happening in COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody when they were stuck in that
When they
house,
were stuck in the house together, like, oh,
this ain't the one.
this ain't the one.
This
Because
ain't
they
the
never took
one.
that time. They took the easy way out. They never took that time to figure out their partner, to grow with them, to have the tough conversations. They always avoided the tough conversations.
And now
So
you stuck in a
now
house.
you're stuck in the
And you
house.
gotta get to know the person. Then you
Yep.
realize like,
It could
man,
be uncomfortable. Imagine that.
but
You're in the house with some girl you don't really know,
and you married her.
and you married her. I can't do that.
I can't do that. Ain't a woman taking my stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's all we have. You have any last question? Anything to say?
Nah, I'm gonna need y'all to go subscribe,
And like, and
comment.
comment, and remember to answer the big question: do you believe in love at first sight?